To this grand rising, everyone. Woo woo! Today is Wednesday. Wealth building Wednesday. Wealth building Wednesday. Welcome to Grand Rising Elizabeth Wealth Building Wednesday show. I love Wednesdays because it's like we're in the middle of the week, right? And you get a chance to reflect and see how your week is going, you know, and you get to reevaluate and see, what have you done. If you haven't done anything, then boom, it's time to get on the ball and let's end this week out with a bang, okay? So I want to just share something. Well, for those the new people are here, my name is Lakeisha LeGrand, also known as Madam Finance, because I love helping everyday people build wealth with confidence. So I just kind of want to read what was brought out to me this morning when I was doing my meditation, and one of them it was count your blessings. Okay. Make it a daily habit to sit down and write out 10 blessings. If you never did anything else, this one practice will transform your life. Write down your 10 blessings every single day. And I have to admit, I kind of been out of that, like out of my routine, because we believe here that the success is in the routine. The success is in your routine. What does your routine look like? Is your routine raggedy, or is your routine conducive to your goals, to your dreams, to the things that you want to accomplish? So make a good success habit. And I've been out of my habit, so I want to get back into writing down my gratitudes, my what I'm thankful for, and the things that I love. And when I did that, so many things just manifested easily and effortlessly. So it gets to show you, why do you get out of the routines of things that really work for you? Get back to that and do those things and build a successful routine for yourself. So, those who know I love to start the show off with a billionaire and millionaire success story. Now, I did read this success story last week, but because we're going to be talking about SpaceX, which is all over the internet, I think it's due justice for me to read this because some people were not here when I did this success story. So there's a story about Elon Musk that most people don't fully understand because they only see the billions. They don't see how close he came to losing everything. As a young man, he left South Africa and came to North America with no clear path, no guaranteed success, just a vision and a willingness to learn. He taught himself programming, built his first company, and at one point was literally sleeping in the office, showering at the gym, doing whatever it took to stay in the game. That company eventually sold, and then he helped build what became PayPal, which sold for over $1 billion. Now, most people would have stopped right there, but he didn't. He took that money and made a decision that looked crazy to everyone around him. He invested into two industries that were known for destroying companies: cars and space. He put his money into Tesla and SpaceX. And this is where the story gets real. Both companies started failing at the same time. Rockets were exploding. Tesla was struggling to survive. The media was criticizing him, and he was down to his last dollars. Think of that. After becoming a millionaire, even a billionaire on paper, he was nearly broke again. He had enough money left to save one company, but instead, he split it between both, knowing he could lose everything. That's not comfort, that's conviction, that's belief. Then came the turning point. After multiple failed launches, SpaceX finally succeeded. One successful launch changed everything. NASA took notice, contracts followed, Tesla began to scale. And over time, those same companies that were once on the edge of collapse became industry leaders with billions. Today, Elon Musk's net worth has reached over $200 billion at times. Not because he worked a job, not because he saved money, but because he owned and built companies that changed the world. And here's the lesson I want you to hear: success is not about avoiding failure, it's about staying in the game long enough for your moment to come. Most people quit when it gets hard, but the ones who win are the ones who keep going when it looks like it's all over. So the real question is not, can you start? The real question is, will you stay in the game when everything around you says quit? Okay? That right there, I love reading millionaire and billionaire success stories because it truly, truly gives me hope and inspiration. And it lets me know that I'm walking the path of millionaires and billionaires, right? I'm walking that path. I'm doing it. I'm not quitting because I do believe that everybody get their time and chance. You can't keep on doing entrepreneurship, keep don't want to do business, and eventually you don't figure it out. Eventually you don't get successful. What my mentor basically said years ago, and I never forgot it: if you ain't lost a whole lot of money and you ain't made a whole lot of mistakes, you ain't doing sugar honey iced tea. You ain't doing nothing. So let's keep on doing it. Let's keep on grinding because you learn from your mistakes. So, did anybody get something out of that story? I just really believe that everybody's going to get there suddenly. You know, it's biblical. You just got to stay in the game. It is He who give you the power to get wealth. And let's just keep staying in the game. Let's keep showing up for ourselves, for our future, and for our children's children. All right. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead because I have a lot of information that I want to share, and I'm going to go ahead and get started with that. Is that okay? All right. I'm going to need some interaction today, okay? Let's see. Let's go ahead and share this screen. I want to say welcome, welcome to everyone. Can y'all see the screen? Yes. In the chat, somebody. I can't see the chat, but can anybody tell me if you can see the screen?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Welcome, Shawnee.
Hi.
Hey. Okay. Today is all about building wealth, building legacy. Okay. That's just been my life calling. We're going to talk about SpaceX, the IPOs, the billion-dollar ecosystem that people are not thinking about. Money grows where you plant it, ladies and gentlemen. So let's choose your soul wisely. Let's choose your companies wisely. This is Wealth Building Wednesday. Welcome, welcome again. This was my word for the year was expansion. So in my world, this year is the season of expansion for 2026. Come every Wednesday, Monday through Friday, we have some amazing things that goes on, from health and wellness to social media and so much more. Arts and craft and passion and purpose on Fridays. Okay? The Zoom ID always stays the same. The code always stays the same. So you are more than welcome to join us. First, I want to set some ground rules real quick. Let's keep the energy and the vibes positive, y'all. That thrives me, okay? That keeps me going. This is not a quick get rich class session. It is a wealth building class. I am not a day trader. I will not invest for you or tell you what to invest in. This is an educational session. I'm not a financial planner. I am an investor and educator. Be prepared to learn. I would like for you to be 100% present. Take good notes. Grab your notebook, pen, and paper. This would be a great time to do that. Invite someone you care about to our Wealth Building Wednesday show and stay to the end. I just want to give a little bit about my background since we have some new people on here. My name is Lakeisha LeGrand. I'm a former banker with 20 years of financial industry experience. I hold 3 degrees, one in finance, computer information systems, and I have my MBA in business. I'm a licensed insurance agent with 15 plus years, and I'm a former Series 6 and 63 owner. I'm an author, financial educator, and wealth building mentor. I mentor young girls through My Sister's Keepers. I'm a CEO, co-owner of Natural Living by Design, and I am an owner of Legacy. Madam Finance is the face of that company. I specialize in passive income, financial education, dividend stocks, REITs, ETFs, and brokerage accounts. I am considered a trusted, relatable, and results driven professional. I want to say thank you for all those who showed up for the Generational Wealth Blueprint series. Session 1 and Session 2 on May the 5th, May the 12th. I had a lot of wonderful feedbacks, a lot of 5 stars, and I got a couple 4s, but I'll take those 4s. I'll take them. It was fire. A lot of information was given out, the worksheets, and I hope you all truly, truly enjoyed it and got a lot of information. Hold on to those worksheets, put them in protective binders, and put them in your wealth building binder. We gave out binders on the first day because this is just the beginning. This is a movement. And so put all of your research, all of your wealth building principles, things that you learn, worksheets in your binder.
They gave out wealth building binders at the event.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes, love. Okay, the root of true wealth. Where does true wealth come from? So this is going to be a little repeat for a minute because I need people to really understand where we're going. And so the Elizabeth, be a little patient, but ain't nothing wrong with repetition. Ain't nothing wrong with repetition. So we're going to just dive in just a little bit to bring people up to speed. Where does true wealth come from? Business. Imagine a world with no grocery stores, no restaurants or delivery apps, no clothing brands, no hair salons, no barbershops, no hospitals, no medicine or pharmacies, no phones, no computers or the internet, no jobs because most jobs come from businesses. In short, without businesses, we'll still be trading goods in the wilderness and surviving day to day, not thriving, not growing, and not building wealth. Where your money goes, let's keep it real. Every time you spend money, you are paying a business. You are making a family wealthy. You are making someone rich. And there's nothing wrong with that. Grocery stores, pay your phone bill, your gas. You know y'all getting stuff from Amazon. Y'all know y'all paying utilities. So your money is always going to a company. Real talk. Can I be real with y'all? Can I somebody say yes? Matter of fact, let's be real. Can I see if somebody say be real? Can I hear be real?
Be real,
Be
sis.
real.
Okay. The same companies you
Bless
pay
you.
every single month could be paying you. I think that should have been a mic drop. Bam! Okay. Those same companies you pay every single month could be paying you.
Bless you.
So we're going to talk a little bit about what a dividend really is. A dividend is a portion of company profits paid to the owners, paid to you, paid to me, paid to shareholders. So when a company makes money, customers spend, business profits, and investors get paid. Once you're on this side of the equation, you look at business totally different. Somebody put get on mute, please. Appreciate it. Why I love dividend stocks, ETFs, and REITs, and so many other people. Because it's lucrative and uncomplicated. I like uncomplicated. I don't like complications. It's easy to invest. It's an easy investment strategy to learn and use. You get paid by top companies without doing any work. Okay? You can get checks coming in quarterly and sometimes monthly. You can cover monthly bills. It's reliable income stream. Helps build financial freedom. I love financial freedom. I love living life on my terms. Do y'all like living life on y'all terms? If you haven't experienced it, experience it. It's one of the most beautiful things is to be able to live life on your terms. You are getting paid just for owning the shares. We talked about this, but this is my bill to paycheck framework. Every time you pay a phone bill, a utility bill, shopping, you should ask yourself, do I own this company? If not, you are only on one side of the transaction. It's time to be on both sides of the transaction. Now that we kind of understand the importance of business, we're going to talk a little bit about SpaceX because, woo, that is all over the internet. Elon Musk company, SpaceX. We're going to talk about IPOs and the billion-dollar ecosystem where a lot of people are missing. See, most people are looking at SpaceX and they see rockets. But investors look at SpaceX and they see infrastructure. They see recurring revenue. I mean, money coming in on a regular basis over and over and over again. They see ecosystems and they see ownership. I want everyone to begin thinking like investors instead of consumers. We can spend money. We have spending money down pat. Oh, baby, we can spend some money. But we need to implement ownership. How much do you own? What do you own? That's the question. Ownership, 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 ownership. It's time to get on the other side of the equation and start owning some things. Why everybody is talking about SpaceX? Well, they're talking about it because it's a possible IPO discussion. They're saying this could be the biggest IPO ever in history. Potential valuation over $1 trillion. Starlink, explosive growth, AI plus semiconductor expansion, satellite internet revolution, government and defense contracts, and space infrastructure. This is what a lot of people don't realize or don't understand or don't know. Yeah, that SpaceX is no longer just a rocket company. It's becoming a communications company, an AI infrastructure company, a semiconductor company, a defense technology company, a global internet company, SpaceX and Starlink. If you start looking about SpaceX, you're going to start hearing that word Starlink, Starlink, Starlink. So let's talk about what is an IPO. We've heard it over and over and over again, but what is an IPO? So an IPO is initial public offering. That's what it stands for. A simple explanation is an IPO is when a private company allows the public to buy ownership shares for the very first time. So before an IPO, the company is owned by a founder, like most of you have a company. Rich investors, sometimes they even have venture capital firms. Because a lot of times we do business backwards. A lot of times we get in business to get money, but we really should get money to do business. And so a lot of times, a lot of these big companies like Amazon, Microsoft, all these big companies, they go to VCs, they get venture capital to be able to export their vision. They have huge, large vision. And so venture capital firms want somebody who has a vision. Can your company be at least 100 million plus? Do have that potential to be able to make 100 million plus. So do you have a vision? If you have a big vision, big dreams, big goals, you might want to consider venture capital, because that's what all the big players are doing. After the IPO, every day people can buy the shares. Company trades on the stock market. Here is a real life example. Imagine this. You own a pizza shop. Right now, only the family owns it, nobody else. Then one day, you sell ownership shares to the public. Now, people can now invest in your company. That is basically an IPO. Why IPOs create wealth? Every investor sometimes make massive profits if the company grows. So here's an example. You do an initial IPO. You bought shares early on at $20. You bought the share. You stacked up on. It's only $20. Okay, $100. Give me 5 shares. Oh, so every time I get paid, I'm paying. Get me, $20 more worth of that. Every $100, I'm getting 5 shares. And it just keep adding up. 5, 10, 15, 20. Just gonna keep adding up. Then the company grows to $200 a share. And racked up all that $20 and turned into $200. Woo! That's how wealth can multiply. But this is very, very important. Not every IPO succeeds. Some crash after the hype. So you have to, like right now, SpaceX is hyped up, okay? And I may have some good reasons, Elon Musk, is known to be a businessman. You can see the successes. You can see smart, think outside the box. So people are banking on that. Ooh, wait, this might be good. This is really good. But let's look at everything, okay? Let's don't just look at that. This is the part that I'm very analytical about, okay? Because sometimes I feel like when everybody is doing one thing, I feel like you should be doing the opposite. If everybody chasing this, what should you be doing? Okay? And I'm a true believer of that. Not saying, you may not want to partake in a little bit of it, but let's see more what I'm talking about. What does valuation mean? So let's talk about this because this is huge on you getting VC funding. And it's amazing how we need to really look at VC funding because it's not what you think it would be. Okay. Sometimes it may be better to go get VC funding than getting a loan. But that's another day, another topic. Valuation equal what the company is worth. I'm sorry, I gotta give me a little something here. Ooh, that was good, guys. Do y'all ever had some tart juice? This is some tart juice. It says it's supposed to be good for you. So I've been drinking more tart juice. Okay, if a business makes strong revenue, owns powerful technology, grows fast, dominates a market, investors may value it at very high. This company has some potential. This company could be the next biggest thing. One thing about VC, they don't like to miss out on opportunities. So they're looking at things that most investors, most everyday people don't look at. In baby terms, we're just going to break it down a little bit more for valuation. If investors believe your company is worth $1 trillion, but let's be clear, if they believe that it's going to be $1 trillion, that's when you convincing them that you got a vision, you convincing them, hey, this is going to be the next best thing. You don't want to miss out on it. That doesn't mean that the company has $1 trillion in cash. It doesn't mean that. They're looking at the potential of it. Does this company have a moat opportunity? And we talked about that in another previous recordings, and we do record the show, so you may want to go back. But it means investors believe the business could become extremely valuable over time. They believe in your vision. They believe it can become what you say it's going to become. So why is SpaceX valuation so high? Investors are betting on rockets, Starlink internet, AI infrastructure, defense contracts, satellites, data centers, and future technology. The key point here is investors are not only buying what SpaceX is today, they are buying what they believe it could become. So, what is Starlink? Because Starlink is all over the place. So, Starlink is well, let's start here. Starlink equal internet from space. This could be a real game changer. Starlink equal internet from space. Instead of underground cables, cell towers, Starlink uses satellites orbiting the Earth to provide internet services to everyone. So people like, ooh, this could be a game changer. This is a part of SpaceX. Thinking about rumors are that Elon Musk is thinking about Starlink being its own entity and SpaceX being separate. because of all the dynamics and the money that he anticipates this is going to make. So Starlink is a big deal right now. Starlink changed the business model for SpaceX. Old SpaceX, one-time rocket launches. New SpaceX, monthly subscription revenue. That's money coming in every single month. That matters because monthly recurring revenue is one of the most valuable business models in the world. Recurring. So examples is like Netflix. People pay Netflix every single month. Millions of people pay Netflix. I pay for Netflix. Amazon Prime. These people are paying Amazon Prime. I pay Amazon Prime. Wow. Gym memberships. People pay to have access to the gym. Insurance renewals. So Netflix, Amazon is a good example of recurring revenue. If you can get the people coming back, paying all the time on a regular basis, that's huge. That's just like you selling a product. You want the people to come back over and over again. How can I make this a repeat customer? This customer coming back, buying my deodorant every single month. My excuse me. My supplements. I want people to come back and buy, my beard butter, all that. You want them to come back. So that's reoccurring. That's a good thing if you can get that reoccurring. So reoccurring, this is really huge, and people are really looking at that. Investors are looking at that. This is bigger than rockets. Most people still stuck on SpaceX as a rocket. But SpaceX is building infrastructure, ecosystem. This part is huge and people miss out on. Same thing I was talking about AI. Getting invested in artificial intelligence because this is not going anywhere. It's at the beginning stages, believe it or not. If you're not in the AI game some way, somehow, and you're using it, even if you don't know how to use it, you better believe it ain't going nowhere. So can you partake in it? So I highly recommend different AI ETFs, especially for beginners. And you have to look at some of the old shows so you can figure out what is an ETF, exchange traded fund, how that works, the benefit. And if you're a beginner, it's easy peasy, instant diversification, etc. But let's move on. Infrastructure means systems the world depends on. I'm big on looking at this kind of stuff. Examples: railroads, electricity, the internet, cloud computing, satellites. Infrastructure businesses can become extremely valuable because other companies depend on them. They depend on them. We were talking about the chips one time. I was like, "Ooh!" I broke it all the way down from manufacture, from design, from packaging, from all these other things, data centers. Before the chip can even be made, in some cases, you need these particular companies in order to make the chip. So there's a lot of money in that supply chain, in that ecosystem that people are not looking at and can take advantage of. In a lot of cases, some of them, you can find many under $100. But even if you don't let the cost of the company, the share, make the determination whether or not you should invest in it, because you will get your due portion of what you invested. So don't make that the determining fact. Oh my God, that's $400. Oh, I'm gonna get because it's gonna take me a long time to buy that one share. No, don't look at it like that. The $1 billion ecosystem, the real wealth is often around the main company. It's around the main company. Everybody sees SpaceX. Me and other investors, our also see chip companies. Ooh, what chip companies is SpaceX working with? What? Satellite supply. Who is SpaceX satellite suppliers? Who is SpaceX using? Who is the manufacturer? SpaceX. Because you know what? Being successful is truly not a solo act, okay? You need a team. You need some players. You need to, you know what I'm saying? He can't do this by himself. So why are we not looking at these people as well? He looking at them. Who's the manufacturers that's helping SpaceX? The AI infrastructure. What software companies is SpaceX using? The defense contractors. Who are they? Launch support companies. What companies is supporting SpaceX? Baby, I'm telling you, that supply chain, that's what you need to be looking at. Investors are also looking at that. And so we should too. The real opportunity. I've been talking about this for the last couple years. When you buy stock, you become an owner. Can I hear y'all say owner? Can I hear some people say owner?
Owner.
Owner,
Owner.
owner, owner. Yes,
Owner.
you own a piece of the company. You participate in the profits. You build long-term wealth. So you either going to build your own company, which most of us have our own company. Some of us doing both. But if you don't want to own your own company, worry about sales, worry about hiring people, worrying about all of those different things, it's okay. Do the lazy route, okay? Can you own a piece of somebody else's company? Can you participate in their goals, their dreams, their vision? So you're either going to own, because true wealth only comes through business, true wealth. So you're either going to own your own business, take a chance, trust God, build your wealth, your empire, or you can invest in somebody else's business and own a piece of their business and benefit off of the profits. Now you ain't got to worry about payroll. You don't have to worry about, you know, um, investors. You ain't got to worry about a whole lot of stuff. So can you do the either or? You make the choice. You do both or do one. But true wealth comes through ownership, 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 ownership. We have spending money down pat. Can we have ownership mentality down pat? I need to own some stuff. What can I own? Well, how do I do that? Well, it's called brokerage accounts. You can start investing by opening up a brokerage account. Here are some brokerage accounts that a lot of people trust and value. My favorite is Charles Schwab and Fidelity for multiple reasons. And I just want for the new people that may be on, can y'all tell them, somebody, how much does it cost to open up a brokerage account?
Free.
Okay, come on now. It's
Free.
free.
$0.
Did I mean zero? Is that Yvette Fawcett?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
All right then. $0 to open up a brokerage account. How huge is that? Because if you open up a bank account, you have to pay money. If you
$25, $50, $100. Take your pick.
okay, you open up a credit union, you have to pay money, right? So to open up a brokerage account is $0. So we have no excuses. And one thing about it, once you open up the brokerage account, I didn't say fund it or anything like that right now, but once you open up a brokerage account and you have it and you start getting this information, you're going to get tired of seeing no money in it. Or you're not putting no money, like, oh, I got to put some money in this brokerage account. I need to start investing. It's going to force you to you're going to want to start doing something with it. You're going to get tired of seeing it with no money in it and your name on it. And okay, so open up the brokerage account. it definitely will motivate you and encourage you um to invest. So the key takeaway is there are only two types of people on this Zoom. Only two. One, people who will continue to fund companies, people who just gonna continue to buy, and people who will start owning them. The question is, who are you going to be? Are you going to continue to be a consumer, or are you going to start owning some of these companies? I would like for you all to let's stay connected. Grand Rise Elizabeth is here every single week, Monday through Friday, with different things to help you with all different areas of your life, from social media with Danielle, um, Tuesday, health and wellness, Wednesday, wealth building Wednesday, Thursday, to bring out your creativity, and Friday, woo, passion and purpose. I'm telling you, fire, fire, fire. So let's stay in touch. If you haven't followed me, please start following. I'm doing some different things, great information that's going to be coming up, and that's where I'm going to be posting a lot of my information. I'm at Ask Madam Finance, Ask Madam Finance on Instagram, Facebook, and if you want to look at the other shows, you can just go to my brand resume. If you want to know who am I listening to, what is she about, you can go to my brand resume called madamfinance.com, or you can look it up at lakeishalegrand.com, and you will see pretty much all my business. Mostly everything that I
Keisha,
do. Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to say, next week, is there any way that you can have uh just those postings that you put up? Can you put up a posting of Queen's days so that when I promote, I can tell them that all the days and not just your day? Like
Absolutely.
next week, yeah,
Okay.
have a template with Wednesday this, Friday this, Monday for Danielle. I want to be able to promote that whole thing because it's on the same Zoom. Just have it so when I promote it, I can promote all three, all of your times.
All right, Queen. Did you hear that? Queen Aduni. This is her baby, Queen Aduni. Yes, that's something that I think she has some material, but yes, we could definitely do
Yeah,
that.
put it up there for me. Thanks.
Okay, appreciate you.
Thank
Um, so this is every week. Come out to Wealth Building Wednesday, 1 hour of financial power. This is the Zoom. It's the same Zoom, same code every single week. So now what I want to do is just open this up for discussion. So let me stop sharing so I can see all the beautiful and amazing people. Hey, and
I
we
have a
see,
testimony. I have a testimony.
come on with the testimony, girl. Come on
I,
with the testimony.
I was dealing with that girl again, Sandra. She went to her child swab account last weekend. She was about to pull all the money out because it was 1,400 and some dollars in there with all these companies. I got like two or three companies where I had one share. Then I got in Avidity shares. I got all these shares, right? I got some shares as 10. I didn't have them for a minute. So I'm going to pull all the money out. I'm going to put it somewhere else. So I went and I put it up. Why everything was green? Oh,
Oh,
the Lord stopped me. Everything was green except
everything was green.
except oil. Anything
Mm,
that I had that had something to do with gas and oil, it was down.
mm.
Everything else was green. I ain't even bothering.
Okay,
I
now
was like, is you? Everything was, I was, look, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
so who those don't know, when she said that girl Sandra, she talking about herself, her alter ego. Sandra be trying. Sandra be fighting with me like, girl, take this money out. So this is the thing. We're not talking about, this is not quick get rich. We're talking about wealth building. We're talking about buying and holding. We're talking about being consistent. We're talking about building wealth for your children and your children's children. Because when you open up a brokerage account, I don't know if you would know and realize you can pass that along to your kids, your grandchildren, whoever you decided you want to hand it to. You can pass that on. All those dividends that you will be getting, and the growth, you can pass that down. And so I commend you for that. Now, one of the things that Warren Buffett always says is that this is his main quote. Rule number one is don't lose money. Rule number two is to remember rules number one. So when Sandra was looking through her portfolio and she's seeing green and she might have saw some reds, if you take it out when it's red, you automatically at a loss. Automatically. What is your hurry to lose money for? Leave it in there until it go green. When to get green, if you want to get rid of it, that's the time to really get rid of it. Okay? But you do need to do your research though and look. But if this is long term, because with statistics, it always bounce back. It always bounce back. And just keep on buying. And so when this goes down, that could be a good opportunity for Sandra to buy more. To like look at it like it's on sale, just like that Gucci purse and Dior and all this other stuff that we be buying. Okay, you be like, oh, I'm about to spend no money. I ain't about to spend no $1,000 on that Gucci purse, even though it's pretty, but I can't see it. So you're gonna wait till it goes on sale. Then it went to 800. You're like, it's tipped and it went down to 200. Then you're like, no, I still ain't gonna buy it yet. Then it went down to, let's just say, $200. You say, oh shoot, that purse that went down to 200. I'ma buy it. Look at it as it's on sale, and you can stack up on it. And just keep on doing what you're going to do. Because we're talking about buying and holding, not to get in it and get out, to get in it and get out. No, we're talking about buying and holding for 10, 15, 20, in some cases, 30 years. Okay? And I know you all may say 30 years, 20 years. What is she talking about? I'm going to do this for 20 years? Let's give you a reality check. 10 years, 20 years, 30 years is coming whether you like it or not. So in those 20 years, those 30 years, 10, 15, whatever it is, are you going to be the build you some wealth during that time, or you not going to be did no wealth at the time? It's no different when people used to say, I'm not going to school. That's take 4 years, girl. That's too long. That 4 years was coming whether you like it or not. Are you going to be progressed in those 4 years, or you're not going to be progressed in those 4 years?
And it comes quicker than you think.
It comes quicker than you think.
So, Sister Lakeisha, do you think I need to buy more of what I have already? I know you're not supposed to tell me that. But let me tell you what happened. When the video was down, I was about to take it out. And I said, no, I'm not going to take it out. I called Swab. They told me, the lady said, I wanted you guys to hear this part, what she told me. She said, when the stock is down, like you said, look at it like it's on sale.
Whoa! Come on now. I ain't just talking to be talking, okay? I'm sister, okay? It's walking the trenches right along with you. I'm building wealth, building legacy in real time. I am an ex-banker. I used to see this stuff. Thank you for sharing that. That's validation that I'm telling you. My reputation is at stake, okay? I am passionate about this. I'm always working and thinking of ways that you can make you some more money. Building wealth, this is a movement. We need to do better. This is a movement. I cannot do this by myself. I need testimonies like Sandra, like Yvette, like Dr. Hoover, Miss Rochelle Harris. Welcome, love. Barbara Woodard, Danielle. Come on, Queens Building Queens. I want to give thanks because I don't know if you was on here, Queens. Queens Building Queens is a nonprofit organization. Is one of the main reasons why the Generational Wealth Blueprint series was free. They sponsored everyone so they could be free. We took out the excuses of not coming because of the cost. Oh, it costs 25. Oh, it's 25, it's $30, it's $100, $75. So I'm not coming. We took that out. So Queens being Queens sponsored the event and put it on. And so I want to thank you so much, Queen, because it was a lot of good positive feedback regarding the two the two series on May the 5th and May the 12th. So I just wanted to give you your flowers because she believes in the community. She believes that just like I do, that the community needs this information. We need to share this information. We need to show up
That's a
for
powerful lady. That's a powerful lady. Y'all don't know who y'all be on this phone, on this Zoom line with. You better try to start finding out who you zooming with because Queen is very powerful. You need to get to know Queen.
Okay.
Thank y'all. I love y'all.
We love
Thank
you
you.
too. We love
Okay.
you too. We love
Thank you.
everyone. We love everyone that's on here. Do we have any questions or anything like that? Do you people who are new, do you want, what did y'all think about today? Did you learn anything? Let's talk about some takeaways. What did you take away? Can I get some people to tell me what they took away? Did they even know about SpaceX? Have they heard about it? What was the takeaway?
You gave me some incentive to go ahead and start funding my account a little bit more aggressively. I was just sitting here looking at my budget. It's like, okay, I can pull this out, put this over here, and even if it's $5 or $10 or $20, I waste that. Every time I go in Family Dollar, I waste that. So I need to start stocking up on Family Dollar. I need to start stocking up on Aldi's because Aldi's has become my new bestest friend. Okay. So this is really helping me to get in a different mindset as far as not just being a consumer, but being an owner as well.
Praise God.
So thank you. Thank you. You always have some good nuggets, Keisha. And I just love you for it. I just love you for sharing your information because there's so many people out here that have great information, but they just have it for themselves and they don't want to share it. And you just bubbling over with trying to get it out to people and help them to move up and get better and have a cushion for their family or have something family can say, wow, my mama did this for me and my kids and my kids' kids. So I thank you. I thank you. Talking about giving somebody some flowers. Thank you, Keisha. Thank you. Thank you for all that you do and all that you strive for.
Because this is bigger than me. Like this is way bigger than me. Because how many of you all, most of you are was smart, ambitious, got goals, have dreams. I know a lot of you all's background, right? But nobody was there to mentor you. We didn't have this information. If you would have had this information early on, you know how further you would be?
Yeah.
So I don't want no one to wait till they get my age. I'm 59 years old and still working and figuring out. If I had a mentor at a young age, oh my God. What? So there's so your children's children, if they knew this information, they would be a lot faster, a lot better, maybe more disciplined. But it starts with you because believe me, they're watching you. They're watching your lifestyle. They're checking you out. They're looking at whether or not you on welfare, whether you're not on welfare. Did you stay on it? Did you try to move? Did you have a bitch? Like they watching you. They become a product of their environment. So let's keep showing up for yourself. Let's keep showing up for your family. Let's keep showing up for your future. Because I cannot do this movement by myself. They need to see more and more success stories. They need to see your nieces, your nephews, your cousins, your daughters, your sons. They need to see more African American success stories. They need to see, yes, this is how we move. Our history, African, we were wealthy, wealthy people. And it got destroyed. What's that? Greenwood? We had banks. We owned all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So we got to be the generation to bring it back. We got to be the generation because we're strong, we're powerful, and main thing, we got God.
Amen.
Amen.
Anybody else? We got 4 moments. Can I get another takeaway? Did anybody else get another takeaway from the day? What about SpaceX? Because some
I
people
was at
sent
the
me
bank
some.
the other day. I was at the bank the other day and I was at the ATM. And when we keep talking about Starlink, soon as I put my card in the ATM, here comes Starlink. Don't tell me that Elon Musk ain't tripping.
Okay.
Right at the ATM, Starlink. So you
Yeah.
talking the modern stuff, okay?
Come on now, y'all. I need y'all to, to think like investors. We about to think like investors. We not always following this hype, 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 hype. Do your research. When you do your research and when you know, nobody can tell you nothing. I mean, because it's so much information out here that sound good. It sound amazing. It sounds like they teaching you some wealth principles. It got on my nerves so bad. I think 2 weeks ago, I had to do a segment just on that. And when I played it and let the people hear it first, it was like, wow, okay. Oh, that sounds good. But then I had to break it down to know this is, even though it sounds good, they are not giving you accurate information. They just regurgitating information and sharing it with you, making it seem like it's wealth principles. It's, you getting a secret. No, what I'm telling you is not secret. Everything, this has been long time, going. So can I get one more person who can share with me what they walked away with today?
Well, Keisha, I want to say something that you just said. You said that about we were rich, we were wealthy, and there's a grant, and I want to talk more to you about that because they want us to talk about our history. And if I can go back and we can come out here and we can teach people that and use you to forward, I'm going to write that grant and we're going to keep it moving, okay?
Okay.
All right, babe. Thank you.
All right, and I'm going to start. And for those that's on here that lives in Detroit, Black Street, Wall Street, that's it, Tulsa, okay?
Okay,
They
that's it. Okay,
celebrating 100 years. Maybe this
okay,
weekend. This came from Sharonda. Sharonda, she,
okay.
she
Thank
know
you.
the information. Yes, yes. Um, Anybody that's in Detroit, or surrounding Detroit, we have an amazing ecosystem, okay, to help you with your business, to change your mindset. A lot for free, a lot of nonprofits like Global Empowerment, like um Tech Town, like Detroit Means Business, like um Motor City Match. I mean, it's so many places you can tap into. Sean, did you have something you want to say?
I was gonna say my takeaway was I need to really get into investing. I create my brokerage account and put a few dollars in it, but I haven't really picked anything to invest in yet. So I just need to do that. And I need to be more consistent with putting more money in.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And I am here for you and everyone here. Um, I do 101s and yeah. So I didn't, because I guess I can put my information in the chat if anyone. Well, let me give y'all this one for right now because for some reasons it's not working right now. The other phone. All right, so it is 10:01. I want to respect your time. So what we love to do at the show is at the end is please give yourself a hug because a lot of us are loving and helping our families, our wives, our husbands, our children and grandchildren, and that we sometimes forget to love on ourselves and sometimes forget to give yourself some love and some grace. Don't be so hard on yourself. It's okay that you done made mistakes, but it is not too late, okay? So love yourself, give yourself some grace. Let's hug the world because the world needs a hug too. And let's send a lot of love and light to all of those that are in authority because the Bible says, pray for those that are in authority. And you never know. We send enough love and light to those in authority, what miracles can take place. So I want to say I love you all. I thank you so much for showing up for yourself. Y'all are amazing. And I just want to give you all applause and have a wonderful and fantastic day on purpose. Because remember, it's always a choice.
That's right.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. God bless.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Keisha. God
Thank
bless
you.
everyone. Stay safe.
Y'all stay safe. Love y'all. God bless.
You too. God bless.
Thank